I'm going to give you 3 reasons you should poop on your floor. Yes, I know that's crazy. Well, here's an example. I grew up in Mali, West Africa, and the first thing that just like blew my mind when I got there was that everyone squatted to have a bowel movement. They had a hole in the ground and you squatted over the hole and you did your business. And there was no toilet paper. You used water to clean yourself. That's a whole nother video I could do. But the squatting is something that is incredibly helpful for your colon. And I'm going to tell you 3 reasons why. The first one is that it lines your rectum, which is the area right before it comes out, lines it up with your descending colon so that it just flows naturally out. And so if you struggle with sitting on the toilet for long periods of time, approximately 30 seconds is all you need to get the stool out. If you're on the toilet longer than that, you have a problem, and squatting will help you. The second reason squatting to have a bowel movement is helpful is because it eliminates the strain. And so what happens is when you're squatting, the peristalsis, that movement that pushes along the bowel, is very natural. You'll feel the difference. Like you won't have to push. Like it's just right there and it just like comes right out. And so that straining is what causes a lot of problems for Americans, especially. It causes hemorrhoids. It causes blood in your stool. It causes the little pouching, diverticulosis, that occurs in the colon when you strain too much. It causes all kinds of vessels to rupture, or they have little aneurysms that can be formed from straining when you have a bowel movement. And so that is one of the things that really is eliminated when you squat. The third thing is actually not necessarily related to having a bowel movement, but it's incredibly helpful. And that is it stretches the pelvis, it stretches the hips and the leg muscles in such a way that eliminates things like sciatic nerve pain, long labors. I remember our first labor was 56 hours. I have 5 children. First one was 56 hours. My wife was in labor. That was a really long time. And in these third world countries where they squat, and many of them, some of these countries, they don't even have chairs. They just squat. They sit around the fire, squatting, talking. Whenever they're cooking, they're squatting. Whenever they're eating, they're squatting. And their labors are just so fast. Babies just pop right out because their pelvis is nice and stretched out and able to pass the baby quickly. Same with your bowel, though. When you squat, when those muscles are stretched and relaxed, your body is able to eliminate in a very quick and easy, no strain method. So, yes, it's a little crass to say poop on your floor, but it's incredibly helpful to put yourself in a squatting position. If you don't want to squat over, something disposable when you're having a bowel movement, some people that's just too much for their brain, you can use a squatty potty thing. That's what they call them, squatty potties. It's just a stool, like a small step stool. Put it in front of your toilet, put your feet up on the stool. It brings your knees up and puts you in more of a squatting position. Another technical way to do it is actually stand on the toilet seat and squat over the toilet bowl and just go straight in the toilet. So that position, though, is the important thing to remember when you are having your next bowel movement, especially if you're on the toilet for more than 30 seconds. You need to put your body in a position that's more natural for the stool to come out. So be your own doctor. Poop on the toilet. Don't poop on the toilet. Poop on the floor. Squat. Squat. That's what I'm trying to say, guys. Squat. Just squat to have a bowel movement. All right. Peace out.